So just the closing remarks that I came up with to try to summarize what we cannot summarize, I think. But yesterday, in a passing remark, Alicia, and then you said it again today, Alicia, mentioned the role of imagination in our work as art historians, curators, and historians of the Middle Ages. And this is a word I think about a lot. Anyone who knows me knows I talk about this a lot. One of the great pleasures of working with medieval objects is the constant reminder they provide of the gap between what we can know about the past and what is ungraspable to us. And it's this gap that we must fill with our imagination, which requires not only creativity, but a leap of faith and humility that we may be wrong. A great empathy for the people of the past and appreciation for what these objects mean to us today. Now, over the past 2 days, we have exercised enormous imagination in rethinking the wearable. It actually came through in different papers in different ways. The talks have included evidence ranging from the Anglo-Saxon realm to Eastern Asia. Textiles and jewelry predominated, as in this final conversation. And I think this is because these are the best studied and preserved. But we also covered, to my great pleasure, I did not think about this, or we didn't think about this explicitly, cosmetics, hairstyles, tattooing, and ointments. Anja had the ointment discussion of Zoe. The papers pushed us to imagine adorned and clothed bodies as part of visual and material systems situated within the designed built environment. And perhaps most surprising to me was how the papers opened up the wearable to comprise not only physical things, and that is the materialist in me, I always gravitated towards the physical things, but as part of practice of imagining how objects might have been used in many ways from their moment of production until their display in museums today. We've also imagined what has been lost, that came through in several papers, accepting the limits of what we can rethink and what we cannot know. So this is a full disclosure. For a long time when we were planning this symposium, I actually didn't know what to make of the term wearable. I'm probably not alone. And I can say this now that we've gotten to the end. And I really debated that in the opening comments yesterday that we should define this term at the beginning of the conference to set the scope of what we would discuss so that everyone could be on the same page. I'm actually very grateful that we did not, because the wearable became for me over the course of these last 2 days an infinitely richer and more ambiguous category. And I wonder if it's now a better framework actually than a category. The speakers' talks have pinged off each other in really unimaginable ways that we couldn't have foreseen when planning the program these past years. So imagination and creativity are great ways to describe my collaboration over the past 6, and I was like I can't think of this number, 6, 7, however many years of collaboration with Itai. So it was Itai who proposed the word wearable in the first place. And I think maybe you were thinking about the words currency today, right? In this world of smartwatches, virtual reality glasses, and other wearables that are breaking down the boundaries between our bodies and the real and the virtual worlds. And I have to conclude these comments by expressing for myself the profound thanks that I feel to the entire staff of the Bard Graduate Center. I am an interloper here from Dumbarton Oaks. And I really express enormous appreciation to Deborah Krohn, Jen Ha, Peter Miller, and Laura Minsky in supporting us here. I think the wearable will all agree has an incredible future ahead of it as we take the creativity and the imagination of the past 2 days forward with us in our writing, teaching, and curatorial work. So time for a drink. It's been earned. Thank you, everyone.